so can you first explain where we are and why we are here? Not where you live.
We are in the wonderful world of Huntington Beach, LA territory. I feel like Steve Irwin out here. We've got a wide variety of characters. I'm here because I changed camps for this last fight. It was a really good opportunity to like get out of my comfort zone and grow, like as a fighter and as a coach, to just like continue to elevate my game. So I came down to Ultimate Training Center. They had a really clean facility.
So what brought you? Like why this facility? Why this gym? Why?
Well, Tiki is my manager, and we've been talking. You know, I'd voiced some things that were going on. Basically, I felt like after I lost my first fight, I just didn't really see much growth happening, and I just kind of felt, you know, just kind of like I was just going through the motions, having to do a lot of stuff on my own. And I think that's where a lot of professional athletes get into trouble. Like that whole Mike Perry, like I'm gonna do my own thing. I mean, it worked for him one time, but I doubt that he's gonna do that again because he got so lucky. And so I didn't want to be like another Mike Perry, so I talked with Tiki and we set it up and got me out here. It was pretty cool.
So we already know at this point now you're fighting AJ Agazarm on August 7th. So
yeah.
Can you give a little backstory about how this whole thing came about? Because there's been some back and forth for quite some time now.
Well, I can't really say where it started, man. He's just such a bully, dude. He's just a bully. I think I've met him 5 or 6 times, and every single time he's just like this little angry elf. Like that scene from Elf with Will Ferrell where he's like, oh, he's an angry elf, and that freaking midget or dwarf guy just like whoops his ass. It's not gonna go like that, but that's how I felt when I met him. And then we had this secret underground, like submission underground match, and there was like a whole legal jargon behind it, but that kind of got it all going. And I was like, this is stupid. Let's just fight, man. We're both in Bellator. We both have, you know, pretty close records. You know, you're the jiu-jitsu guy. I'm the jiu-jitsu guy. Let's just throw down. Like, you know, Usman and Covington, they never wrestled once in their fight, but they're like the biggest wrestlers on planet Earth. And they just smacked each other for 5 rounds.
So we go back to this super secret submission underground thing. What can you tell me about that?
I can't tell you a lot. It's kind of like I don't know how to explain it. There's some legality issues behind it. I think Chael is allowed to do something about it, so it'd have to be something you kind of got to go through him, but we have undeniable proof that it happened. That's all I can say.
And you defeated him?
Yes.
In what way?
I like to call it the Prenzel combo, you know. I just got an arm, I snatched it, took it home. That was basically it. Arm lock. So, but we've got the proof. All they got to do is ask. I don't have it, but.
Okay, we're gonna find that.
Oh yeah, that's all I can say.
There was some back and forth for a while, just, you know, figuring out, you know, fighting in a gi, fighting in a cage. So how did it actually come down to Bellator? Did you reach out to Bellator? Did Bellator reach out to you? Did AJ reach out to Bellator? How that happened?
I don't know. I've told Bellator since day one I would fight anyone in that division, no problem. I wasn't going to go up a weight class. I respect the weight classes, you know. I've trained with some big 55ers and 70 pounders, you know, and so I got some weird offers there, like at 55 at one point. That's the only time I was like, hey, you know, I'll need time. You want me to go 55? Let me eat a little bit, you know. I don't know who did it, but I mean, I got the offer and I said yes immediately, like I do to every single fight, every single person I've ever been offered. And that was it. And then I just had to sit on it until somebody broke the news earlier than they were supposed to, and it wasn't me. So.
And so I talked to AJ recently. He obviously denied the submission underground thing happened.
Of course.
He also had some things to say about you. He said that you're one of those guys that he kind of just rolls his eyes when he comes around. That you're a little flamboyant and loud and dramatic.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I roll my eyes, or he rolls his eyes?
He rolls his eyes.
Oh, yeah, I bet. It'd be hard to look at me. I freaking shine so bright. It's tough. You don't get a nickname like Sunshine for being quiet and like insecure, awkward, you know. I just do me. I just do my thing, and I got that nickname. I love it, honestly. At first, I think it was like a trial by fire kind of nickname. You know, they were trying to like give me a hard time about it because it was kind of from the Sunshine, from like Remember the Titans and stuff. And then I embraced it, and I just like all of a sudden my hair changed color one day. It was crazy. I couldn't control it. It was like I got like shocked by lightning, or just the sun blessed me with its love. But yeah, I'm flamboyant. That's okay. You know, I'm married. Who cares?
I don't think he meant flamboyant like that.
Yeah, sure. Well, whatever. Flamboyant, period, yeah.
And he also mentioned that he's really into astrology, and so he kind of looked at you and predicted what you were.
Right.
What sign you were, which was a Leo, and it turns out you are, correct?
Well, we both have our birthdays like
two, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really easy to Google.
Right. Well, he claims he didn't know that. But
right.
He predicts that it'd be like two lions fighting.
Two lions fighting.
What's your thoughts on that?
Cool, yeah. Yeah, like one majestic young lion against an older, more worn out, decrepit lion, like that Step Brothers scene. And I'm the young bull. How does it go? I won't get into that. I know it's not appropriate if anyone's listening. But yeah, like two lions fighting for sure. One young, hungry one, and an older, out of date, lion that's gonna get killed, and that's okay.
And he obviously is known for his jiu-jitsu background, and I'm wondering if you, without revealing your game plan, and obviously, are you kind of expecting him to come in with some sort of submission and wanting to prove he can submit you, or do you think he's going to try and stand up and prove he has some game there? Like,
oh man,
what do you expect from him?
Well, I don't. What do you expect when you come from that camp, right? You expect their freaking weirdo, dip style. He's gonna shoot a takedown from 10 feet away. Same old. He can, dude. We want to go to the ground. We can go to the ground. Want to stay on the feet? It's his choice. He can pick the show. I know he'll press that wrestling button first. That's for sure. He might even try to jump guard or pull guard like that freaking fight Taiwan just had. That was insane. That guy jumped guard like 4 times and he won. I couldn't believe it. It was a pretty interesting fight. But yeah, I don't care. Whatever he wants to do. It's a fight. You can have whatever plan you want. It's going to change the second you get in there. And they go, you ready? All right, let's go.
So just putting the fight with AJ aside.
Yeah.
There's obviously a whole thing going on right now, pandemic.
Yeah.
Are you worried at all that, he may have coronavirus and get flagged and this fight might not even happen? Are you worried that you could catch it, or what's the feeling on that whole?
I'm not worried about it at all. I mean, I can totally see him going out there licking windows and stuff like that lady that wasn't let into the movie theater, slamming himself into doors because he's not wearing a mask. I could 100% see him licking railings because he doesn't want this fight, and then he can go, oh man, I got the Rona, shit. Well, I guess we're gonna have to postpone it. Oh, it never happens. Oh well, But I'm healthy, I don't let that in. I don't say that kind of negative stuff. I've never been sick. I never will be sick. If you catch my drift, power of words. So, yeah.
Sweet. And then final question: do you have a prediction for your fight? How do you see it going?
Pain. How's that go? What's he do in the Rocky movie? He goes, pain. No, it's going to be a fight. I think it's going to be ugly on his end. I think you're going to see a very well-rounded fighter on my end. This will be my 17th fight. This will be his 5th. It's a big difference in that. I remember I fought Cass Bell as an amateur with 6 months of training, and he had 30 fights at that point. And I remember just this weird feeling. I wouldn't say hopelessness. It wasn't that, because I beat him, by the way, not that it mattered. I went in with a cracked sternum. But man, when they have that experience, it's that level of comfort in the cage you get. You just can't train it. You can't teach it. It comes with time. And he'll see. He'll see next weekend, or whenever this comes out, August 7th.